When the storm came, it didn't arrive like rain on a quiet afternoon. It arrived like a beast tearing open the sky, rumbling with thunder, pushing the wind until every tree, every roof, every window trembled. The kind of storm that steals breath, memory, and peace. In a small riverside village, people watched the river rise higher than they had ever seen. Families ran to save what they could, clothes, pots, memories, but the water climbed faster than their hands could move. The world felt like it was dissolving in the storm's roar. Inside a wooden house by the riverbank, old Lamb braced his shaking hands against the wall. The wind howled through cracks in the roof. Water seeped across the floor, filling the home he had built, board by board. But he stayed. He stayed because this tiny house held the years of his life, and he didn't want to watch it fall apart. Then through the pounding rain came hurried footsteps. Nam, the boy from next door, pushed the door open. His hair was soaked. His voice shook. "Grandpa Lamb, the river's breaking. You can't stay here." Lamb tried to lift another plank, but a sharp crack split through the ceiling. A warning that the house wouldn't hold much longer. Nam grabbed his arm, voice trembling but brave. "If you're still standing, I'm still standing. But we have to stand somewhere safe." Lamb looked at the boy, and something inside him found the strength to move. Outside, the village was unrecognizable. A churning river had swallowed the streets. Boats drifted where motorbikes used to be. Metal roofs slammed against uprooted trees. Shouts of fear echoed through the darkness. Names being called. Names with no answer. Lamb and Nam pushed through the swirling water, cold biting deep into their bones. A woman was being dragged downstream, clutching a drifting motorbike. Nam didn't slow down. He ran. He plunged into the waist-deep flood, fighting the current that tried to pull him under. "Nam!" Lamb shouted. But the boy was already reaching, stretching. The woman slipped, but Nam caught her wrist. Lamb fought through the current, grabbing both of them, pulling them to the side. The woman collapsed, sobbing with relief. They kept moving, but the storm had another blow to strike. A massive triot's roots, torn loose by water, leaned, groaned, and began to fall. Not toward them, but toward a group of villagers huddled under a broken roof. "Move!" Lamb shouted. He ran with everything he had left. Nam followed, slipping, stumbling, but never stopping. They reached the children just in time, pulling them away as the tree crashed down with a force that shook the whole ground, sending a violent wave across the water. The impact nearly knocked Lamb off his feet, but Nam caught him. "I've got you," the boy whispered, even with fear in his voice. He stood firm. They climbed toward the only dry place left, a low hill at the edge of the village. Dozens of villagers were gathered there, shivering under blankets, holding children close, sharing whatever food they had managed to save. But they were alive, together. Lamb sank to the ground, exhausted. Nam sat beside him, gently leaning into his shoulder. "Grandpa Lamb, do you think our village will survive this?" Lamb looked at the flooded land, the homes swallowed, the fields ruined. But he also saw villagers helping strangers. Men putting coats around children who weren't theirs, women comforting the old, hands lifting hands. A storm can drown a village. Lamb said softly, but it cannot drown people who hold on to each other. Nam's eyes glistened with tears, not of fear, but of hope. When dawn finally arrived, sunlight spread across the ruined village like a quiet blessing. And though the land was broken, the people stood tall. Lamb looked at Nam and smiled through exhaustion. "We rise, child," he whispered. "No matter how deep the water gets, we rise."